Hi teens, my name's Julie Strittmatter, and I am here today not to offer you a yoga practice. I'm here today to have a cup of tea and talk with you guys about some ways that you can manage your stress and your emotions during social distancing. So if you're a tea person and you want to pause this and go get yourself a cup of tea, have a cup of tea with me, please. If you're a Gatorade person, you want to have a Gatorade, go for that too, whatever you want. But we're just going to take a little bit of time right now to talk about what's going on in the world. So I am a yoga and mindfulness instructor, but before I did this, I actually was a high school teacher in some way for 6 years. And I love working with teens. Whether it's teaching them English or life skills or hiking or yoga. You guys are my people. And I've been really fortunate to maintain strong relationships with a lot of my former students. And a lot of them have reached out in the last month or so just to talk about what they've been experiencing and ask for some help with stress management. So after I received, I think about the 10th text message saying the same thing from students, I decided it was time to make a video like this. So Challenge to Change, we're offering yoga classes for people of all ages, whether it's a toddler class or an adult class or a teen class or a kid class. But this video is just to take a couple minutes to talk with teens about stress management and kind of what's going on in the world in a very real way, and have some tea and connect virtually. So the first thing that I want to let you guys know is that nothing about the way that we're living right now is normal for us. We're not used to the world operating this way, and we're not used to operating this way either. So first things first, the new normal that we're talking about, it is completely new to everyone and to all of us. So if you're feeling like you're struggling to find some type of who you are and some type of routine right now, I want you to know that you're not alone in that every single person on the planet is experiencing some type of shift and some type of major life adjustment to what's going on with the coronavirus. So nothing about life is normal right now, all right? Let's just put that on there, and it's completely normal and natural for you to feel like a little bit overwhelmed, or you're struggling, or you're uncertain, or maybe you're a little bit confused or angry. All of those things are totally normal and natural. So first things first, new normal for everybody. You're not alone in adjusting to this. Second thing is every emotion that you're experiencing right now is also completely normal and natural. I think that a lot of us have experienced a great deal of grief. So grief is something we experience when there's some type of loss. And usually we associate grief with death, but grief can be for something that we thought was going to happen. So I'll give you a personal example. Guys, I turned 30 in March, and I thought I was gonna have a birthday party, as silly as it is, right? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I had to grieve the fact that I was gonna turn 30 in my bedroom and have a Zoom call with some of my friends. And that's okay. It's okay that I had to grieve that I was upset about that. I know that a lot of people are grieving events that they thought were going to happen in their lives. Maybe it was a family member's wedding you were supposed to go to. Maybe it was your prom. Maybe graduation. Maybe you were supposed to perform in the school musical or play or start a new job. You are allowed to grieve those things that you wanted to do that didn't happen. You have every right to. So I think it's completely normal to be feeling some type of sadness or loss in this. I also think it's completely normal and natural to feel a little bit of fear right now too. You might be having fear about the future in terms of school or what will happen with grades or your transcript or sports. You might have some fear around health and safety and wellness right now. That's okay too. You have permission to feel your feelings, all right? Whatever they are. You can feel your feelings and still be a positive person. I feel I have a pretty positive outlook on life in general, but that doesn't mean I don't get sad. It doesn't mean I'm not scared sometimes, and it doesn't mean I don't get angry about things. Let yourself feel your feelings and be honest about them. So if there's an adult in your life that you can talk with, a parent, a teacher, a coach, a boss, maybe a family member, like a cousin or an uncle, if you don't feel comfortable talking to one of your parents about it, maybe there's a best friend you can call, because chances are they're also experiencing these things too, because we're all in this together. So give yourself space to feel whatever feelings you need to feel. And if you're feeling like happy and hopeful and excited and grateful, feel those things too. Just because things are hard right now doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel joy. So let yourself feel your feels. Know that feelings are normal and natural, and know that every day you're probably going to experience a wide variety of feelings. We're just so used to being so busy all the time that we don't always know how we feel. But now that we've slowed down a little bit, we're home more, we're a little bit more grounded and connected, we might notice we have these feelings come up and we might not know what to do with them. And that is okay too. So nothing is normal and natural right now, right? Everyone's going through this. Everyone's experiencing a lot of emotions. So give yourself some grace because you're doing the best that you can. The third thing I want to say before we dive into stress management techniques right now is that nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. So no feeling is going to last forever. And that goes for if it's a really good feeling, like you're feeling really good and happy, it's not going to stay forever. And that goes for if you're feeling really overwhelmed and anxious. It's not going to be forever. Not just feelings, but no situations are forever either. It might feel like it's forever, but that doesn't mean it actually is. Everything's always changing. So give yourself some grace. Since we know that things are always changing, all we can do is set ourselves up for success in this moment right now. So I'm going to offer you a couple of different things that you can do to help yourself navigate these times. So the first thing I want to offer is creating some type of schedule or routine for yourself on a daily basis. I know at the beginning of social distancing, I was in the habit of staying up too late watching Netflix and sleeping in. And that's totally fine every now and then, or maybe on the weekends, but I was really struggling to still get some things done in my day-to-day life. So, the power went out. Nothing is permanent. We'll just keep rolling with it. Anyway, creating some type of routine for you that's going to feel good, and recognize that your routine is not going to be your same routine as what you were doing before social distancing. So maybe putting certain hours aside of your day to do your schoolwork. Maybe you have certain hours of your day to do movement. Maybe you have certain hours of your day where you're going to make time to have phone-free time. More on that in a little bit. But giving yourself a realistic schedule. So maybe it would feel good for you to say that you're going to wake up around the same time every day. You decide what that time is. And then you could choose to say you're going to do 2 hours of schoolwork each day. Or you could choose to say you're going to do 30 minutes of exercise each day. and then maybe 2 hours of free time each day. So giving yourself some little bit of routine just to kind of help you. And if you know you do best when you have a schedule, you can schedule out those times for yourself. So maybe it's 8 a.m. wake up. Between 8 and 9, you're going to get ready. You're going to eat breakfast. At 9 o'clock, you're going to log in and do schoolwork until 11. And then maybe you do exercise from 11 to 11:30. Maybe at 11:30, you have phone free time until 12:30 when you eat your lunch. And then maybe you take some time to connect with a family member or go out into nature. So give yourself a realistic schedule. And if you need help with that, ask a parent to give you a hand. Maybe they already helped you create one, or maybe they have one for themselves, or they have some ideas for you. A couple of other things that I want to offer you is setting yourself goals for the day. So wake up each morning and set yourself a goal for the day. Your goal for the day might be that you're going to go to bed on time. Your goal for the day might be that you're going to call your grandmother or connect with someone outside of your house. But set a realistic goal for yourself every single day that's super obtainable, because that will also help you to feel a little bit accomplished while everything's a little bit different too. Another thing that you could choose to do, in addition to setting goals for yourself, is to set daily gratitudes. This is something that I really try to practice in my life, and it really helps me, especially when I'm feeling intense emotions. So pausing each day and thinking of what you're grateful for. So I want you to pause right now, and I want you to think of 3 things in your life that you're grateful for. Okay, so I'll share mine. I'm grateful for sunshine. I'm grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for sleep. And now I want you to pause, and I want you to think of 3 things in the room with you right now that you're grateful for. I'll share mine. I'm grateful for tea. I'm grateful for plants, and I'm grateful for my cell phone. You can express gratitude in any way you want. I suggest maybe writing down your gratitudes every day. Maybe there's 3 gratitudes you can write down every day. Or maybe every day you're going to text a different person in your life and tell them that you're grateful for them. That not only makes you feel better, but it definitely brightens their day too. So goals and gratitudes every day, along with a daily schedule, is really helpful. The other thing is thinking about what makes you really happy and doing some of that. So there's a lot of heaviness right now. So every day, offer yourself some time to be creative, time to do something that's going to make you smile or laugh, even if that's watching a TV show that makes you smile or laugh. Offering yourself time to do something that inspires you. So maybe that's something like reading a book or a podcast or an article. Maybe there's someone on social media that you really look up to. Maybe it's something as simple as scrolling through their Instagram. And then giving yourself some time every day to unplug. So I know I've been on my phone way more right now because A, I'm home, and B, my phone is really the only way that I can connect with people outside of my house. And I am a people person, y'all. So it's really hard to unplug from it right now, especially because it's so available all the time. Give yourself, maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2 hours, to not be near electronics. So to not be on your phone, to not be on your computer, and to not be watching TV. Whatever you want to do during that time. Some ways that I spend my phone phone-free time is sitting down and journaling, or sitting with a coloring book, or going for a walk in nature, or just hanging out with my dad. So give yourself some time away from electronics to help yourself calm down too. So the last thing I want to offer you today are just some ways that you can calm yourself or help yourself feel more connected, or just to get to know yourself, or maybe fill some time because you have some more time on your hands right now. So I'm going to read off my cheat sheet because I don't pretend to be perfect anymore. All right, here's my advice. You ready? Okay. The first thing is to journal. Whether you notice you're experiencing a heightened emotion, or you wake up and you just have a lot of thoughts in your mind, sit down and just get it all out on paper. The great thing is, paper doesn't judge you. Paper doesn't talk back. It's just a way of getting all of your thoughts and your feelings out. Keeping a diary is something that maybe we were told to do when we were younger. Maybe you did it or you didn't do it, but journaling doesn't have to be like a diary entry. It could be word vomit of here's all the thoughts in my brain, or here's all the feelings, or maybe you want to journal about your gratitudes. Maybe you do want to start a diary every day right now. I don't know what feels good for you. So taking some time just to get your thoughts out of your brain and onto paper, especially really good to do if your mind is really busy and it's nighttime and you're trying to fall asleep. So journaling. The next thing is stopping and checking in with yourself. So this is a practice I'm actually going to lead you through right now. So it's called tuning into how you feel. And you can do this anytime, anywhere. You don't have to be seated somewhere. But I want to invite you to find a seated position and sit up nice and tall. Take a moment here to close your eyes. Notice your breath. Allow yourself to kind of arrive here. And then just begin to tune in to how your body feels right now. When I did that, I just really softened through my shoulders, noticing I was holding a lot of tension there. Noticing how your body feels without any judgment. Maybe your body feels strong today. Maybe it's feeling tired. Letting your body feel however it feels. Just noticing it. Now I invite you to notice how your mind feels today. Maybe there's a lot of thoughts in your mind. Maybe it's focused and clear. And last but not least, tuning into how you feel emotionally today. How's your heart? Maybe you notice you're feeling joyful. Maybe there's an underlying sense of worry. Letting whatever is there be there. And just gathering this awareness of how your body feels. How your mind feels, how your heart feels. And with that, let's take 3 deep breaths. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And then slowly open your eyes. Tune into how you feel. Just asking yourself anytime you need to, how's my body feel? How's my mind feel? How's my heart feel? And just moving from a place of awareness with all of that. Another way is to do meditation. So what I offered you is kind of a meditation. You could do that. You could also put on a meditation from our SoundCloud app. You could listen to a teen yoga meditation on the Calm app. You could find some you really like on YouTube. Meditating is a great way to help with stress relief and just come back into the present moment and to just be who you are, where you are, giving yourself what you need and some time and space. Another thing, and this is something I admittedly have to do for myself sometimes. So I came to the practice of yoga and meditation because I have generalized anxiety, which means that sometimes I get super wrapped up in here and I let it take over. So sometimes if my anxiety is really high, I set a timer for every hour, every 3 hours, and every time that timer goes off, all I do is just take one deep breath in and out. So my timer would ding and I would just go, and just remind myself to pause and breathe. Setting a timer, literally, to take a deep breath is so simple and so effective. Phone-free time is the next one. We already talked about that. So giving yourself some space from electronics to decompress a little bit. Coloring is a really great mindfulness activity. If you don't have coloring sheets at your house, maybe you have Amazon. Maybe there are some that are online that you can print out and color. Really great mindfulness activity if you're really present coloring, but if you're like coloring and talking on the phone and watching TV, probably not super relaxing. So just taking time to color. Moving your body in a way that feels good for you. So we have a lot of different practices on our website. If you're a runner, go for a run. If you're a walker, walk. If you like to dance, put on some music and dance. If you like to lift weights but you don't have any weights, find something heavy and start picking that up. Just find ways to move your body that feel really good for you. And like I said earlier, take time to do those things that are going to bring you joy. So connecting with people outside of your house, listening to things that make you laugh, doing something creative, finding your gratitude. These are all things that you can do. So none of this is like a have to do or should do, and this is not by any means like this is gonna fix everything. These are just things that I can offer you that I practice myself on a daily basis to help myself just feel good and navigate whatever it is I'm going through, because nothing is permanent. So yeah, that's what I got for you today. I hope that this helps you in remembering that what you're going through, you're not alone, that what you're feeling is totally normal and natural, and that people, including myself and everyone at Challenge to Change, are here to support you in this and whatever you need. So reach out to us, let us know how you're doing, leave us comments. Talk with your family, your loved ones, and know that I'm grateful for you for tuning in today. So thank you. Be well, everybody. Be good to yourself and each other.